Welcome back. This is Haxer 492 Linux from Scratch series. We are moving on to preparing for the build, chapter 2. In this video, I have turned up my microphone volume a little bit. I'm checking my stream latency, my microphone. I may or may not cut this section out. In the future, I will cut these little intro sections out. I'm going to start at the 1 minute mark and try to keep this one at 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 4 to 6. I went from 28 to 10 or 11 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this one short. I'm already 37 seconds in. Here is the table of contents. We are here at preparing for the build, preparing the host system. There's an intro, there's a host system requirements, building a Linux from scratch in stages, creating a new partition, creating a file system on the partition. Each one of these will probably be another video within chapter 2. So let's start it off. Part 2, preparing for the build, preparing the host system. Let's go to the introduction. In this chapter, the host tools needed for the LFS are checked and, if necessary, installed. Then a partition which will host the LFS system is prepared. We'll create the partition itself, create a file system on it, and mount it. All right. The editors recommend the system CPU have at least 4 cores. Mine does. And that system have at least 8 gigs of memory. Mine does. Older systems that don't meet those requirements will still work, but the time to build the packages are going to take a lot longer. Software, your host system should have this software with minimum versions indicated. So we're looking at Bash, Binutils, Bison. Bison is a linker. Yeah. I may have to, in the future, you're seeing this in the future. Hopefully some of these are redone. As I progress on this course, I'm going to improve, go back, and start doing some video editing. So we'll make it better and better. And comment below if there's corrections or comments or encouragement or dislikes, anything you want. So here's your host system requirements. Host system, the machine that you are building your Linux from scratch system on or with. The reason for the kernel version requirement is that they specify that we specify that version when building glibc in chapter 5 and 8. So the workarounds for older kernels are not enabled, and the compiler glibc is slightly faster and smaller. As of February 2024, again, they've been developing this since the 99 for 24 years, for like 25 years. They keep on updating it. As of February 2024, 4.19 is the oldest kernel release still supported by the kernel developers. Some kernel releases older than 4.19 may still be supported by third-party teams, but they're not considered official upstream kernel releases. So important little tidbit to know about. If it's earlier than 4.19, you'll need to replace it with a more up-to-date version, plain and simple. There are 2 ways that you can go about this. And for those of you, if you do have this requirement or issue, I'm going to leave this up to you to dig deeper into. Big red important. Let's read it. Note that symlinks mentioned above are required to build your system using the instructions contained within this book. Symlinks that point to other software such as Dash, Mock may work, but they're not tested or supported by the development team. They may require either deviation from the instructions or additional patches to some packages. So keep that in mind about symlinks. To see whether your host system has all the appropriate versions and the ability to compile programs, run the following commands. This right here, a script to list version numbers of critical development tools. If you have tools installed in other directories, adjust your path here and in your bash RC as well. Okay, we are at 4 minutes 35 seconds. I'm going to stop this. We're going to start again, and we're going to have a video just on host system requirements. All right, I'll see you there. Let's check out our host system requirements.